Good morning. How we doing? Happy Saturday. Welcome to the slightly earlier the stream. Hope you've had a good week. "46 months. Blimey. Thank you, Jones. Thank you for tier 2 as well. $10 I like it. I like it, Tapajara. I like it. Squirrel 10 o'clock. Let's get these done because they're appearing rapidly. Adobe with 18 months brew hit 68. Mad South African with 93. Is the stream early today? No, I've gone back onto non-British summertime. Jimmerick, thank 57. Sayanama, thank 5 months. Kavinkler, 53. Skorktapan with 11. Ryan Craig, 39. Kim Fenton with 32. And thank you, Ryan, by the way, for tier 3. Jawstout with 82. Wowzers, 35. And Cool Tiger with a bullseye, 50 months. Thank you very much. Yeah, interesting week. Tiring, interesting. Woke up at 7 o'clock this morning with a calf muscle problem. So that wasn't very pleasant. Cramp in my calf muscle. So I'm a bit... Ugh. That sounded very camp, didn't it? I'm a bit... matron. The Trucking Pitbull with 97 months. Munro with 64. Vrome with 91. I would make up something fancy like Alex, but I can't be bothered. He doesn't make it up, Vrome. He Googles it, mate. He just cheats. Eske Jeanberg with 90 months. Yeah, I thought I'd jump back into KSP. Is that something on my monitor? I thought that was... I thought that there... Can you see that? I thought that was on my monitor. But it's definitely something. Is that a bit of wreckage or... What is that? Maybe a tree. Yeah, of course you do, Alex. Of course you do, mate. Yeah, so we're going to carry on SquirrelX from last time. It was a while since we played it. I had a quick look in the tracking station what we got up to because I was like, what did we do? What did we do? And it seems we did a few things. we created laser beams. So we definitely did something. I think over on excuse me, on the moon, we put a survey satellite in a, what do they call that orbit? A polar orbit, I think they call it. And then we've got that there, and then we've got something here. Oh yeah, the Manchester fuel depot. I remember that. Yeah, I forgot about that. We put a massive fuel depot in the crater, and then we put a satellite around here. And then we've got something going on over at Minmus that I can't remember what that is. Because the lines are coming from here. So that's a bit weird. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Anybody know what that is? If I accelerate time a little bit. Is something on the surface? I can't remember. Can anybody remember? You visited Gilly. I was returning from there. Did I? Did I really? Where the heck is Gilly? Eve. Didn't we go... Was it Juno? Was it over here somewhere? Let's zoom in. What's that? Ike. No, we never went here, did we? Where was Gilly? Hang on, let me look at my... Gilly is off Eve. Wait, we went to Eve. Surely we didn't do that. Oh, I think we might have done, actually. Wait, where's the moons orbiting Eve? Gilly. There it is. Zoom in. I vaguely remember trying to get here and get back, but I can't remember what happened. I guess we did get back. We almost died returning from Gilly. Hang on, I'll tell you what would tell us. If we have a look in the sciencey thing, it would have something recorded if we made it back, wouldn't it? Eve, Gilly. Well, we have nothing. We have nothing back from Gilly. So does that mean we died on the way back, or... Yeah, exactly, Captain Flint. Like, it was a year ago. I can't remember. I know. That's what I looked at when the save game, and it said March 21, and I couldn't believe it. What do you mean, Simman? On the plane? Oh, you mean the plane I took a show in? Not had a chance to line it up yet. I think it's booked out this week. But I need to go up there and have a look around and talk to an instructor. I haven't done it yet. Boyan, 40 months, Fatty with 100 months. My lord, triple digit hype. Congratulations, Fatty dude. 100 months. It's so nice seeing somebody hit that. Freheims with a bullseye, 50 months, and CHR with 13. Yeah, apparently, Matty, that was a year ago, and I couldn't believe it either. But I'm a bit concerned. If we went to Gilly and back, did we just maybe act or abort the mission? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe Captain Flint could quickly have a look at the end of that video. I reckon we almost died trying to get back and I didn't make it, and we didn't get the signs back. Because if we did, there'd be a record in here. But I remember going there. Any day one subs there. If Whiteland or Thyrox or Avenger, some other people, can't remember. Yeah, I can't honestly remember what happened to that. Tracking station. Maybe the craft is still in orbit somewhere. Survey satellite. We've got the station. Transfer rocket and the fuel depot. Okay, so the fuel transfer rocket is apparently still in orbit. There it is. That's the fuel transfer rocket, and how much is in it? Oh, it's quite full, actually. Wait, I need to put this in the daylight. Let's see what's going on. That is the transfer rocket, isn't it? This is the station, and that's the rocket that goes back down, I believe. So we must have pumped a load of fuel, but not all of it, because that one's not full yet. Service bay. Yeah, there's still a fair amount of fuel here. We must have brought something here, grabbed some fuel, then gone off to Gilly, and then somehow not made it back. That's all I can think of. It's time to boldly go, Fat Man. I think it's boldly. It's boldly, not baldy. Thank you for 22 months. Yeah, all the crew of Star Trek all had shaved heads, and they boldly went into space. Oh, love it. Kieran, thank you for 19 months. It's cool, Fat Man. It's just funny. Yeah, the Twitch schedule was set on Monday by Pups. We fade to black. And I did say last week I'll be starting a bit early. Because daughter's birthday meal this evening. So I'm finishing a bit early. So I'm starting a bit early for you guys. Yeah, what it looks like is we've got that there. And that would go back down to the surface and bring up more fuel. The problem is you've got to work out how much fuel you actually need to get to the surface and not die. That's the tricky bit. You need to leave yourself with enough fuel to deorbit and then land on the surface right next to the thing. Jim, I'm a doctor, not a barber. Which episode did he say that? I remember that. Space Center Tracking Station. Mega, just wondering why I've been banned from your
just
chat.
Wondering why I have been banned from your chat.
Mega, I do not know. Maybe one of the mods could quickly have a look at that. See if we've got any sort of record on you. We'd literally have to have a look in the records to see why. Just DM one of the mods and we'll have a look. I just did, pups. I just did. So we've got that, and then we've got... let's have a look at Manchester Fuel Station, see how that's going. Manchester Fuel Depot. No, I clicked the wrong one. No, I've got to wait 10 seconds. Harry Potter, thank you for half a year. Thanks for brilliant content. You're welcome. Thank you for the support, Harry. Do you know what? I've got to remember how to use this this game. To be fair, the character is bald. Manchester Fuel Depot, there we go. Yeah, so if I remember, we've got a mining... Yeah, I remember. It's coming back to me, guys. It's coming back to me. We have a mining-based vessel and a giant fuel tank, and then we have a transfer rocket. Here he is. Here he is, look. This is the guy. This is the fella. Drilling away. So that tank is full. That tank is full. That tank's full. They're all full. Cyber Rob, thank you for your raid, sir. Welcome. Hope you had a nice stream. How big are the tanks on this? That's full. I think it's completely mined out by the look of it. Yeah, we could probably turn all the mining off. Yeah, this is completely full. I remember I had groups, but how do you check the action groups that you have on a vessel? I think I had an action group to remove all the drills, but I'll just do it manually. Go away. Retract drill. Okay. I seem to remember we had control issues with this thing. Oh, I've turned the drills off. I need to remember the hotkey for saving. 1 second. Let's get a quick look at the hotkeys. Or maybe not, because it doesn't show them. Okay. Cool. No hotkeys. Was it F5 to save? I think it was. F5, quick saving, there we go. Hell Tiger, thank you for 9 months, Twitch Baby Day. I'm going to save it. I'm going to call it Squirrel X May 22 pre-carnage. Because I can't remember how to play the game, so I'm bound to blow myself up. You can see the hotkeys in the main menu. Is it something over here? Action sets, there we go. Edit action groups. Is this it? Yikes, scary. It's like a dev console. Maneuver tool. Right, okay, let's start off by maybe reversing this guy out the way and leaving space for our... Yes, I remember. The transfer rocket comes down and then he has to go and dock with him. That's what we do. That's what we do. Right. It's coming back. I think what we'll do is we will build... Let's go back to the Space Center. I think there's a few biomes back on Kerbal we've not been near. I think the poles we've not been near, possibly the grasslands. I need to have a quick look. Because if we go into R&D and actually look at Kerbin, if you look at this biome report here, we've done reports from deserts, mountains, shores, water. But looking at the list of... Where is it? Kerbin. So we've got ice caps, northern and southern ice shelf, tundra. They're not in here. Grasslands and mountains. Have we got? We got mountains. We don't have grassland. There's a whole bunch of biomes back on Kerbin we've not done. So I'm thinking, let's try building some kind of space plane that we can potentially land, fly around Kerbin and land, and then get some science maybe. Let's see if I actually did something around that. Reliant Robin. Was the rover miner. What was the Reliant Robin? Oh, was that the thing I drove around the... Hang on, stock. These stock aircraft then contains invalid parts. What's that one? Somebody's developed a very nice looking plane. I like it. I mean, that's a starting point, I guess. Let's go to cockpit. Oh god, I can't remember how to do this right. Inventory. I don't think you can build helicopters, can you, in this? I don't think there's even a concept of rotor blades. Where's the fuel tank? Seriously, where's the fuel? Structural fuselage. Right, where's the fuel? There's rotor blades in stock. I don't know, dude. Literally never looked. Cabin crews at the back. That's so bizarre. The engine cylinders. What, this? That it? 50. 50 fuel in that? Blimey. Okay, let's put some crew in it. Valentina's in there. Let's give it a test flight. You don't think helicopters and space flight systems go together, Mad South African? Well, we could potentially use a helicopter to fly around Kerbin itself, but I've literally never tried to build one. Okay, this is where I try and remember the keys. Is it beta? Yeah, beta brake. We got there. Up and down. Rudder. Up, down. Wait a minute. How do you control the ailerons? Oh, there you go. Q and E. Okay, that could get interesting. Looks like a citation. Let's get rid of that. I mean, the other problem is, like, how do you even figure out where you're flying? Where are we? We're here. So we'd have to somehow go north. But we don't have a compass rose. Yeah, we do here. So on a heading... Yeah, fine. Okay, so turn right. Sorry, yeah. Turn left. Go that way. That way somewhere. That's where we want to go. Can anybody remember how to start the engines? We have to go smell. There we go. Whoa, it's coming back. Does anybody know what the key is for the gear? Is it G? Are you sure? There it is. How do you trim this thing? This is so badly trimmed. I'm not going to press T because I don't know what it does. I need to trim it. T turns on stability assist. There we go. There we go. It's coming back now. Okay, stable flight. Should probably have set out at a better time of day, but never mind. Looks like we're flying a bit quick. Volpodrak, thank you for 23 months. Tab for fine controls. If I press tab, nothing particular happens. What the heck is that texture? Is that tundra? Caps lock for fine controls. Doesn't seem to do anything either. Oh my god. Microsoft Flight Sim, look at that. That's supposed to be a town? It's a real city. We'll never find our way back, I'm just saying. Right, where are we? So we're here. And we're looking for grasslands or the poles. How much fuel do we have? No way we're going to get to the poles and back. No way. Well, in theory, if we climb higher, we can go quicker. Club Villain, how you doing? Mr. Cowley, thank you for 77 months. You don't have to go back, you cover the poles. Well, the thing is, I need to put science modules on there anyway. I'd actually like more fuel as well. I don't really know where we're going to put it, but I'd like more fuel. So we need to be able to... Possibly a ladder, I don't know. We need to be able to land, get out, do some sciencey stuff. Preferably put a scientist in the back and then we can get more science and then fly back. Yeah, well, we can try that, Cyber Rob. It's just a matter of whether it's too much weight or not. Right, let's revert flight. Revert to hangar. Let's try editing this. I can't remember the cameras. What was the key to change the camera mode? There's literally no way of looking at the shortcuts. I wouldn't expect to see KSP2 this year, Club Villain, personally. Alright, so the center of mass is right over the wing. If we put fuel here, it will be a bit heavy, but it might work. Let's see what it says about it at the moment. 40 kilonewtons of thrust. Thrust to weight ratio 0.87. 13 minutes of burn. That's not a lot, is it? I mean, that's the intake, that's the fuel, that's the jet engine. The other thing to do is... crew. So we could take a scientist with us. Like that. Just playing this an hour ago, nice. Well, you've got a centre of thrust, centre of mass. There is no centre of lift that I can find. X was to do with the symmetry, wasn't it? Was it C to change that? Snapping? Yeah, I remember. I remember. So right now, that's one unit. That's crazy. Aerodynamic overlay, that one. Yeah, you want the lift close to the mast. I mean, that's actually a bit forward, but as it burns fuel, that should go... Centre of mass should come back a bit, shouldn't it? Because you've got less mass here. No, that should go forward, actually. It's not what you want. If we add mass forward of that, it's going to make it worse. We kind of want more fuel back here, really, if anything. I mean, having that slightly in front of lift gives you a bit more stability. But that explains why it tends to nose down when it takes off. Add an hour and thank you for 38 months. Is that a... Is that whole thing a crew cabin, that there? Let's take that off. How on earth is that attached to anything? That doesn't want to go back on now, interestingly. Yeah, that doesn't want to go back on though. Cool. So it broke it already. Aren't there two front parts fuel tanks already? You've got one here and one here. That's all I can find. This bit here is structural. This bit here is also structural. And then that's the cockpit. So that's empty. That's empty. That's a cabin crew. This is a nose cone, effectively, that won't go back on the... There you go, it's gone back on now. Yeah? Yeah, that was it, Cyberrob. I think it was old, wasn't it? That's interesting. Control Z puts the wings back, but leaves them floating. Go away. Yeah, so as far as I can tell, we don't have any extra fuel. Hey, Wyland, how you doing? Let's see. Payload. Engines, fuel tanks. Now, we're looking specifically for liquid fuel. That should do. I mean, we could stick the... Oh, they're monopropellant only. Have you got any of these that are just fuel tanks? How about some baguettes? Baguettes are great. I'll just stick a baguette on top. Job done. Not yet, Wyland. Is that thing that you sent that has disappeared? If I stick a baguette on top... That's got liquid fuel and oxidizer. See, that's no good. That's no good to us. NCS adapter. liquid fuel. That's got 50 in it. So that's what's there. It's a thing they said needed a signature, but somehow got delivered the 3rd. I don't... Literally, the only thing I have was what I'd left last week, those socks. That was the only thing. I don't have anything else. So unless they think the socks were what you sent, then we've not had anything else. Yeah, but if I put these down, if I put baguettes down, we can get rid of the oxidizer, but it's still only 24. We're like wasting half of it, aren't we? Can't fill the remaining space with liquid fuel. Whereas that little tank there is 50 units of fuel, which is increased range. Now, if we could replace one of these structural pieces, maybe like, yeah, that would be the way to go. Can we find something this wide that's about half the size of that, and we can have 2 of those instead of a structural and fill one with fuel? I don't want to do it behind the cab, but I think maybe that one. That's the one I want to focus on. If we can get like that bit of it just full of fuel. The tank next to it, the Mark 1 has 400 fuel. Next to this one. What's that? Okay, well we could half fill that with fuel potentially. Let's see if we can take this apart. Just message me about it, Wyland. Something's clearly gone wrong. Right, so if we move that out of the way, swap that in. Put that over there. Now our thrust to weight ratio is 0.6, but then we can take some of this out, can't we? We don't need that much. So adding 200, that's currently 100, so that's triple its fuel range, but will it take off? Who knows? It's better filter by size. How do you filter? I know you can sort, but I don't know how you filter. So I think the first thing is try that and see if it'll fly. That's probably the safest bet. Save that somehow. There we go. How do we save that? Squirrel. Oh. Squirrel exploration plane. There we go. Save. Launch. Yeah, I said, Larry, I know how to sort, I don't know how to filter. It does have a lot of science stuff, Firefighter, I'll give you that. Big arrow above the category buttons puts it into advanced mode. And let me make it morning. Oh, God. There we go. Right then. Let's see what happens. But all you got to do is get off the ground and get going. As it burns fuel, it will be easy to fly, won't it? Why is that only showing 3/4 fuel? Why is that only showing that? Oh, is that because we drained it? Oh my God. It seems to be okay. Delta V, 18,300. I mean, it flies. Revert flight. So maybe we now put some science things on it and then try getting the scientist out and seeing if he can do his thing. I mean, we could try even a bit more fuel. Give us a bit more range. Let's try that. The only question is that fuel connected to there? Do I have to put some pipes on that, or will it? Because that's the only thing I don't know right now, is how the plane works in terms of fueling. It does invisibly connect it, so I don't need to put pipes on that. Fine. You think they're connected. I don't want to get to the poles and suddenly find out that I can't use any of this fuel. It is connected, right, okay. I'll hold you to that. Right, where's research? Fuel tank, science, here we go. So, we can't, I don't think... Actually, we might be able to put a science on there. We may need a solar panel to power it all. You need to add a door. Wait, what? Why do we need a door? Can't they just jump back in? How do they get in and out of this thing? Yeah, but the person in the cockpit is not the scientist. If you right-click on the engines, there's a button in that menu to show the fuel delivery overlay. Oh. Fuel delivery overlay. Oh, do you know what? I've never seen that. I don't remember that being the original KSP that I played. Nice one, dude. That's very handy. Wait a minute, there's an implicit thing here that you can put fuel in the tanks, but I never saw anything. I don't ever remember that. You think that's from the last update? Yeah, I don't know how they get in and out. Like, obviously he can get in and out of here, but if you put a scientist in the back of that, how does he get out? Literally have no clue. The cabin crew, does that need to be connected to another part with a door on it? Because that could be a problem. Transfer the pilot into the passenger cabin. You can transfer the science monitor cockpit and exit that way. So we can transfer him to here, get him out, transfer him into there and jump him out, maybe. I think we need to test it, don't we? But first what I'll do is we'll try putting that science bay on here and see what that does. It's a little bit shorter, but looks like it should fly still. Yeah, I will. I'll try the runway in a minute. But what I might do is put another structural piece on the front there. Sort my size. Probably want another small, like a piece about that big just here. An empty piece. Are we on structural? Payload. Podry, good morning. Just stick that in there. You can also put some sciencey bits on that. Your plane will pitch downward on its own. IG. Well, that's not far from what it was in terms of lift and thrust and mass, so I think it should be okay still. We shall see. Don't know if this thing has any batteries on it. Or solar panels or anything. Rechargeable battery pack. Can we open that? Yeah, so I can stick batteries in here and stuff. Charge, 100 charge. One of them would do it. That is actually quite big, isn't it? This doesn't want to play ball. I think it's kind of glitched it into there, hasn't it? It has some batteries in the cab. 50 units. Oh, that's not good. There you go, got rid of it. That'll be fine. So I just put a little solar panel on top, I should do it. Solar array, photovoltaic, that's too big. We've put that on there, it's trickle charging the battery, right? There's an alternator in the engine. No, that's fine. When we stop it, we'll keep the batteries topped up. Let's see. Now normally, don't we put some like goo tanks on it and stuff? Mystery goo. We normally put some of these in there. What else do we normally do? We have a thermometer. That probably needs to be in reach. I don't know how tall they are on the ground. We'll just put one thermometer there. Seismic accelerator, barometer, we can put on the other side. Maybe not because there's a door there. How do I move it? How do I physically move this thing? I don't want it snapping on the wall. I want to bring it in a little bit so it sits flush. Like here. WASD. That was it. So if I put that there, like, if I put the barometer on the inside of the bay, I could even put that there as well. So we put all the little testing equipment in the bay. And then we put some... Jeez, that is massive. Put a mystery goo thing in there. Surface scanning module. A light scanning arm. Experimental storage unit. Survey scanner. What else do we need to take here? Extremely sensitive acceleration sensor. Properly settled on a firm surface will detect and record accurate size. Right, so that's a ground-based thing. Kerbal engineering system. Don't think we need one of those. Well, I was thinking because we've got a science unit, that'll store the experiments in, won't it? Because these things are massive. Right, I'm going to try seeing if we can get out the plane with the scientist. Science student is more for experiments, not for storing. Okay. How do you hold the brake? Shift B? No. I can press B for brake, but how do you actually parking brake it? I can't remember the key. P? No. Because if I start getting people out, this thing's just going to keep rolling. There it is. The brake action group, thank you. Right, you, Valentina. It's EVA. So the question is, are you going to be able to get back in? Without banging your head? You can get the cabin in the front and then all the science and fuel. I might have to put some retractable ladder here. Let's jump back. Lotus, how you doing? Let's put ladder. It's just way bigger than what we need, isn't it? It's just massive, that thing. Why are they so big? I'm not sure that's going to work. Well, the first one's just way too big. Look at it. It's just enormous for this plane. Are you out of hospital now, Lotus? I don't know, Fenisar. Don't know. Oh, there you got it. I had an F key for grab. 1 second. If I'm quick, I can press the F key. Brian, thank you for 63 months. Thank you very much. It's very kind. I pressed F. Come on. Literally pressed F. You're out for at least 2 weeks. Noise. There you go. Okay. Apparently she can't hold her own weight up. There you go. You can do that, and then you can press B and you're back in. Right, so it's possible. It's a bit fiddly, but it's possible. So the next question is, how do we... How do we flick? I don't think we can get the other person out, you know. You know, there's a door here, but there's no connection through. Weaken the springs. I don't know if you can. You can't do it on the landing gear. I don't know how you flick to the other person that's in there. You get into the cabin and then you right click on the cabin transfer. Okay, how do I get in the cabin? Or do I have to put her in the cabin and then transfer them, like swap them over that way? Does she have to be in there to do it? Because if I right click on the cockpit, let's try putting her back in. Yeah, let's try. There we go. Oh, come on. Right, so board. And then crew report, toggle talk, transfer crew. 1 of 1. I don't think it's connected. I don't think these are... I think maybe that would have to come up here. Maybe put that one there, and then we can put these here. Click transfer crew. I did. I literally did that, and it said 1 of 1. Oh, hang on. We've apparently moved her to the back. Transfer crew. No crew on part. I definitely did put somebody in there, didn't I? Yeah, he put her in the back, but we can't see the other one. I'm sure I put the scientist in there. Apparently the scientist... Well, I literally put you in there, you scumbag. I definitely did it. Right, parking brake. Aha, now we've got access to both of them. So if we go transfer crew, Valentina to the back maybe, and then Sergey, transfer crew, and hopefully we can EVA Sergey now. Nope. It says automatic EVA disabled, activate a hatch. Hang on, that didn't transfer then. Right, okay, I get it. There we go. That's how we get Sergey out. So we can do it. It's a bit hacky, but you can do it. D-Dog, thank you for 45. So then, how do we... So you can vaguely get on board. It's not the prettiest thing. So she needs to be within range of this thing to do anything with it, and that's kind of out of range there. Is it going to get the same problem with this? Conduct material study. Yeah. They've kind of got to be within hand distance of this thing, and it's not because of where it is. And it's the same with the goo. Maybe just put the stuff underneath. Like, is it really going to affect the aircraft aerodynamically? Probably not. So, like, take that, and just stick it. Come on, how do I move the camera? I can't remember how to use the camera properly. Need a larger service bay anyway for the storage unit. Kerbal might fit. I don't think we can put a larger service bay in though. Where was that service bay? That's a 2.5 meter one. That's the one we have. Like, there's no way we're going to be taking anything bigger than that. It's not going to happen. Mr. Zarak, thank you for 83 months. My Yahtzee t-shirt with pride for 83 months sub-anniversary. Thank you very much for getting one. Yeah, they're not going to fit. They're way too big. So I think we just put the bits and pieces. Seriously, how do you move the camera? I know you can do it. How do I move the camera left? What's the hotkey? Because it's rotating around something here. Frustrating camera. Shift or left. Shift arrow does it. Right, so we definitely can reach them. Middle mouse. That was it. Middle mouse. Yeah, that was it. Right, how do we get that to somewhere where scientists can reach it? Maybe there. Possibly stood here, they can access that. It would actually be better as well if we rotated this so the door is like there. That would be better. Middle mouse button to set an orbit point, then F1 to reset. So if you set F middle mouse like that, No, it's not middle mouse. Middle mouse does that when you move the camera around. Okay, so middle mouse moves your look point and then you orbit around that, it seems. That's how it seems to work. Anyway, I think we've got enough stuff though. Close. Let's make sure we've got the pilots on board. Let's see if we can go and get some signs from the... Do you reckon we can land on the North Pole with this thing? I think that's evening. Okay. Let's do it. Don't forget about the science storage module thing. It's too big. Where can I put it? North Pole requires a lot of fuel and time, so the best way is semi-orbit into the North Pole. There's no way this is going to semi-orbit. Right, firefighter, have a good one. Okay, so making course adjustments while time accelerated possibly isn't the best plan. You think Mech Jeb has an aircraft autopilot? Don't think we put anything on board, did we? Aircraft autopilot. Altitude hold. Hang on, let's see what happens. Right, let's put it on 5,000 meters. Set. Altitude hold. Heading hold. 0. Set. Turn that on. I think I need to put the component on board. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do anything. Engage autopilot. Let's see what it does. Yeah, that's not working. It's now descending us. It's supposed to be going to 5,000 meters, and it's literally descending us. Oh, wait. No, it's going back the other way. see what it does. Let's see if it can handle it. Oh, that's probably too much. It's not the best autopilot, this, is it? It's now kind of descending again. Have you tried the new 737? I have, yeah, I installed it yesterday. Got it all working, configured my controls. Took off out of Southend, managed to land it. Still got some things to iron out though, but I'm getting there. There you go, it's behaving now. Don't think I can engage time warp anymore. Cabin smaller than 10,000 meters is a lot for a plane. Oh, right, okay. So maybe 7,000? Yeah, it's leveling out now. It's so bad. It leveled out at 6,950 and then it's like, I'm not quite at 7,000. Let me go up a little bit, and then it'll be like, oh, I'm overshot. Yeah, it's not the best, is it? But yeah, now I can't. Hang on. If I get out that window, there we go. Now I can time accelerate. Yeah, the PID controller on this is terrible. Let's see where we are. Oh, we're doing okay. I don't see any, like, ice cap or anything. Maybe that, though. I guess that's our target. Fuel situation's okay. Let's have a cup of tea while the autopilot takes over. It's just like PMDG, really. There's not much difference between this and a PMDG. We're over the grasslands. I'm not landing for that. It tells us somewhere, doesn't it? They are highlands. Interestingly, it says situation flying low, which implies we can actually fly a lot higher. If you click the PID box, you can change the PID settings. Yeah, I ain't going to start playing with those right now. So that's the PID for each one, presumably. It's the pitch that's the worst one. This is terrible. It keeps it overcompensating. Change that. I think this is too strong, maybe. Flying high situation is 18k, which you definitely can't get with that plane. It's just terrible autopilot. It's literally like the original Microsoft Flight Sim. I think time acceleration doesn't help it either. Do you know what? It's not even any good at maintaining speed. Pitch limits. Alright, okay. You can just see by the arrow just how far it's getting away. That pitch arrow goes to -12 and then +14. So it's just constantly doing this around the target. Well, I tried it. I don't know. I mean, I tried a slightly higher derivative. Let's give it a chance. It's uh-oh. Let's try bringing it back to real time so we can have a chance of catching up. You can see it's wrong because what should happen is when it's coming up to 7,000, it should correct itself so that by the time it levels out, it's at 7,000. But what it does is it goes past 7,000 and then starts correcting. So it ends up at like 7,200 and then goes, oh, I need to go down. So it comes back down to 7,000, but at 7,000 it's going smashing through that and it just keeps oscillating through the target. It's not great. Take away 1-0 from the throttle and pitch derivative. I take it that's the throttle. I mean, I did try taking a 0 away, because what I did was, that was on 005, I made it 0.005 like that. Your V speed is 20. That's not really high. Well, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't. I don't know. It should be ignoring that now. Shouldn't it? I don't think 7,000 meters is going to get us over these mountains. Just saying. See, now I've set a target of 8,000 and it's like, it's not going to 8,000 anymore. I don't know why. Set. It's actually better at holding a steady climb than it is at holding an altitude. It might actually be better just tell it to just do a 1 meter a second climb and hold that.
Terrain. Terrain. Pull up, pull up.
Pull up, pull up. It's not quite got the emphasis, has it? Pull up. Pull up, pull up. We've burned 5,000 meters. Yeah, I reckon there's enough fuel on board to get there and then get most of the way back, but not all of it.